It just wouldn't be me trying to get ready without Bub trying to ride my chair, would it be? Hey, Bub. Bub, say hi. Say hi. Don't look at me that way. Hey, this is Bethany, and today I'm going to be doing a semi-casual chit-chat, get ready with me type of video where I put on my makeup and I just play around. Probably a lot of it's going to be NYX products because, as many of you may know, or if you've been following my channel may have seen, I'm in the NYX Face Awards now. I'm competing, and I have a lot of NYX products to work with. So I'm going to start talking and putting on my makeup, and let's get started. First, I'm going to be starting off with the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I've been trying this the last couple days, and I'm thinking I like it, even though I'm oily skin, so I'm kind of surprised. But I do think I'm liking the finish it adds to my skin. I need a little bit more time to assess it and see how I really feel and pay attention to how it holds up. But thus far, I think it holds up pretty well for my foundation, and it keeps it from looking like flaky. I got a zit here that is so uncomfortable. And then my glasses sit on top of it, so I can't win, you know, like they're sitting there irritating the area that's irritating. So, yay. Next, I'm going to be putting on the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in Fair. I just like using this because it has a really thin finish and it doesn't like creep up in my under eyes and make them look crepey. Crepey or creepy? I don't know what I'm saying. By the way, I did prep with NYX's Matte Finish Spray beforehand, but I didn't show that. Next, I'm going to be mixing these two things. This is the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white to make stuff paler. And I'm going to be taking the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous in 805. It is the palest shade, but it's always been a little bit too dark for me, especially after it oxidizes. So I'm going to customize my foundation shade now. And I'm really loving this NYX Pro Foundation Mixer because I can squeeze as much as I want out. It's super easy access and it's really creamy. So my skin is really broken out right now compared to how it was a couple weeks ago. I was using blue light therapy to fight my acne and it was working really well. And then I didn't use it for about a week because I was like staying up late, not washing my face, and then editing my video for the NYX Face Awards. And I'm just like, there's no rhyme or reason to this, by the way. And my skin broke out really bad. I got a huge zit here, one that's finally going away here, and like one on my nose. So acne has come to get me. I'm paying my dues for neglecting my skin, I suppose. And then speaking of acne and, you know, stress breakouts, I'm losing hair, like at a weirdly alarming rate. For the last month when I, you know, take baths or showers, anything in between washing my hair, like clumps of hair is coming out. I'm guessing that's stress related, or maybe that could be hormone related, but it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Luckily, I'm a really thick haired person, so it hasn't really affected how my hair looks, but it definitely affects how my bathroom drain looks in my shower, because it looks like there's a whole little creature made out of my hair. So I don't know, has anyone like experienced hair loss, and has it been from like stress? Did it go away if it was from stress temporarily? So I don't know. I am under a lot of stress, though I'm not like unhappy about it, but what is up? I'm a little freaked out. By the way, I'm going in a swiping motion first over the face, and then like the places that need more coverage, I'll just kind of blot up that area a little bit more gently. I'm going to cover my lids too because they're practically clear. Alright, now I'm going to take my really gross looking MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15, and I'm also going to use that NYX White Foundation Mixer to make it paler and customize my shade. I hear an owl outside. This is really freaking me out. Do you all hear that? Woo! Okay, so I was gonna be like, let's conceal the essential areas, and I went everywhere. So as I said earlier, I'm in the NYX Face Awards, and by the way, if you haven't voted for me yet, I'll link it below. I want y'all to see my video, my submission video that went live on the 20th, so you can vote the 20th through the 27th, though obviously by the time this goes up, part of that time will have passed. But you can vote 3 times a day per person. But I hope you like what I did. I chose to be the Lady of the Lake from King Arthur because I thought she was a really cool character that you never really get to know more about, and I wanted a chance to portray her with my own creative interpretation. So I hope you guys really liked it. I did get a really awesome feedback from a lot of people, which was a really huge relief, and it was just wonderful. So Okay, so that's what that looks like. That's pretty good coverage, and it's a really good shade match, and I love it. Okay, now for long wear usages. This is the Kat Von D powder in Light 42. I really like this because it helps my foundation stay on all day, but I found what really helps is to take a puff and very lightly take on some of it and gently press it into the face. And this might be too much powder for some people, but it's not for me because I'm an oily skin type. Okay, next I'm going to be taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn, which I've been using for ages. I will link my redhead eyebrow tutorial using this below if you want to see it. But I'm just going to put this on and not really show the full details because you guys know how this goes. You've seen it many, many times. Okay, now I'm going to be using the NYX's Highlight and Contour Palette to highlight my face. It's for paler people, and I'm going to mix these two colors together. I like these two. So I'm just going to be contouring my cheeks a little bit, placing this, and then softening it out with little circular motion. And it's a bit strong, but we'll soften it out in a little bit. So last night I went to see Captain America Civil War with my dad and Ty after going to Comic-Con, and I decided that I would pop on Periscope because I think my dad is really amusing. But oh my gosh, he is such a risk to put on the internet because he has no filter, and it was just kind of hysterical. There weren't a lot of people in the chat room, so that was pretty good. But he's all about making jokes and not exactly being really, what's the word? I don't know if proper is the word, but basically he's embarrassing. And I'm also going to take just the residue and kind of try to contour my nose to make it look straighter. I have a really kinked nose, and I think it's because I have a deviated septum. I know I got hit in the face with a ball in high school, so there's a kink here, and I always feel like I can't breathe very well out of one side. So if you have a crooked nose, join the club. We pals. Anywho, we're going to continue using this contour palette, but I'm going to take this warmer shade here at the end, and that's going to be my transition color for my crease. I'm just going to take a blending brush and start warming up the crease of the eye. You know what I really like about that sword though? Like the end of it, it looks like Majora's Mask or like a little heart or a butt. I think that's really cool. So something I wanted to talk to you all about is how weirdly not bad this year has gone for me. And though at the same time there's been a lot of difference with me as well too, because for about the last 8 months I've worked really hard on being a more positive person. So I feel like that's had some effect on it, but I don't, also at the same time don't want to be one of those people that's 100% like, you just gotta be positive and everything will happen for you, because I don't 100% believe that that's always the case, but I do think it's helped me, and it's felt really strange to feel more hopeful and to feel more capable, and to not feel like someone who will quit. Just to feel like I won't back down, I'll keep trying, and even if this scares me, I'm gonna go for it. And I was never that person, you know, a year ago. I was always very scared. And leading from that, like last year I applied for the NYX Face Awards. Of course I didn't get in. This year was my third year applying. I was so scared if I even got in, because I wanted in so bad, but I always thought if I did, I'd fail. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even have enough confidence to think that if I did get in, I would create anything worth viewing. So it's very different. I feel very different this year. I feel more like, my perspective is more like, I can't fail. And by fail wouldn't be not winning. Fail would be, I can't not try my hardest and give it my heart and put myself in it. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff I'm grappling with right now that feels like I'm evolving as a person to be more confident that I did not have before. And I don't know, I just wanted to talk to you all about that because I can't really summarize that in a snap or an Instagram post. So yeah, I don't know if you all noticed anything, those of you who have watched me for a while, but I've definitely felt a lot more confidence in my own life and my own capability, and that's been a huge change for me, because if I really got down into the nitty-gritty details of what the last few years have been like for me, we could sit here for a while and talk about some things that would make people pretty sad or uncomfortable. But I'm not going to do that. Not for now, because I really can't go about it in a way that would help anyone. Though if I could, I would do it. But yeah, so just wanted to say that this year has been really, really unreal. And I have felt more myself, who I think I was supposed to be, than I've ever felt before. So I just wanted to say that. So I don't know if this was really even the best video to talk about that in, and maybe I'll make a whole other video about it. But that's just something that's been on my mind. So anyways, on from that more serious moment, I'm going to be demoing the shadow shields. These are now available in Walmart. These were sent to me. But the funny thing is I already own these because I've already been using them because I like them, especially on a morning when I want to do some bad wings and I don't know how a new liner is going to work for me and it's a little unpredictable. I can use these or just block out like a fallout as well too. So I'm going to be putting these on so we can play around carelessly with whatever makeup we're going to be doing. They've got this little part that peels off, and you can make the whole back side of it sticky. I already peeled that one part away, and I peel that away when I'm kind of deciding where I'm going to put the whole shadow shield. Oh my gosh, look like I'm going to outer space or something. I don't know what's up. This is a good thing if you can't get your wings symmetrical, or if you just want a smoky eye and you don't want all that fallout. So I've never really paid attention to how silly I look when I have both of them on. I'm smiling, but now that I'm seeing myself in the camera, looking pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. This has been one of my go-to babies for a while. I absolutely love this thing. I think I'm going to mix a little bit of this like lilac-y pink with a teensy bit of this fuchsia, and we're going to start doing the crease. I'm way more in love with wearing pinks lately, and I just want to use them all the time, and I just definitely dug in there and grabbed a whole crap ton of product, more so than I meant to, so let's just go with it. We can get this all up in that edge, and this won't jack up our eyes, which is really nice. Then I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Now I want to take this opportunity to use this NYX Full Throttle Shadow Stick, and this is a darker one than I've used before. It's in the shade Femme Fatale. I'm just going to start on the outer eye and drag this in, because it keeps it a little neater and it's more gentle than just going all over the place. Then I'm taking an eyeshadow brush and just smudging that gently. Okay, now with a smaller blending brush than we used earlier, I'm gonna be making that crease a little less crazy, since I just kind of layered a pop of color over it. Just gonna soften out the edges here. Okay, now I'm gonna be taking the eyeshadow in Blue Jeans, and I've really come to appreciate this eyeshadow. It looks like a galaxy in a pan. So I'm going to be taking my shader brush from earlier and placing this all over the majority of the lid on top of where we placed that shadow stick. So I'm going to take hints of this Cookie Monster Blue and this teal and mix them together a little bit with my brush. And those are going to go into my tear duct. Not directly in there, but you know, the skin part. Now for some shimmer, I'm going to be using NYX's Prismatic Eyeshadow in Frostbite, and this one has like a blue lavender tilt to it, so it's got that duochrome going on. I'm going to bring that partially in on the lid. I'm going to use NYX's Vinyl Liquid Liner and line my lashes to go along with this curve of the smoke that I did. So now's the moment of truth. Let's see how these look. Not bad. Alright, so that was a super easy peasy low maintenance way to do my liner and keep a straight line. I'm going to make the bottom lash line mirror the upper real quick, so I'll be right back. I'm going to use this NYX's Electro Liner in the shade Riot. I love that name. And I'm just going to put that in the waterline. Very gently, because I ain't about poking the eyeballs. So Ty just texted me and said that we're gonna go get groceries. Not that I mind going out wearing a lot of color, it's just that I live in a relatively small town, so there ain't gonna be a lot of smoky eyes at the local Piggly Wiggly, you know what I mean? We don't really have a Piggly Wiggly, but Piggly Wiggly sounded better than Price Chopper. Okay, so now to give this a little more oomph, I'm gonna put on false lashes, which are just like falling out of themselves. These are the Ardell Twin Pack Demi lashes in 120. So it's a good idea to go with this shape if you don't have a lot of lid space right here in the middle. Just saying. I could just wear these all the time. Alright, so blush-wise, I'm going to be using NYX's Ombre Blush in Nude to Me, just at the top lighter end of it. Like just to give my skin a little bit of color, but it's not particularly pink or peach either way. It's just like breathes a little bit of life into my skin. And then I'm going to use the NYX's Strobe palette. I'm going to mix these two shades. I like this lighter gold one and this champagne-y pink one together. I'm just going to highlight the tippy top of my cheekbone to really accentuate it right there. Yeah. We've got this NYX Plush Gel Lipstick. I've been wanting to try this with something, and since this is their kind of brownish nude one, I thought, hey, let's go. Let's blot a little bit of this on the lips. And this shade is called Breakup. I really like it. I've worn it a couple times with work makeup, and it's top notch. And I just realized I have some of this lavender mascara by NYX called Forget Me Not, so I'm gonna put that on my bottom lash line, because why not? So that is my finished chit chat. Get ready with me. Hopefully you all like this look, or you like the stuff I used. I particularly love showing you all this palette because I think it's really pigmented and it's a really good price. I think it's around $16 and I've been using it a ton lately. And then also, I did get to demo these today for you all, so if you like them, go check them out. I think they're pretty cool. Also, if I wanted to do like a mermaid look, I could make gills with them because they have a curve in it. So I may eventually try that once I play around with some more creative looks, which I'm excited to show you all. And then lastly, I already mentioned this, but if you haven't checked out my video for the NYX Face Awards, please do. And if you do like it, please go to NYXFaceAwards.com and vote for me so I can go to the next round. This has been my dream for years to compete in this competition, and I just wanted a chance to be able to prove myself and progress myself and learn a lot, all in a whirlwind of makeup creativity. So I hope that you all like what I do and that you like it enough that you'll support my journey and you'll vote for me to go to the next round. And to everyone who has supported me so far, thank you so freaking much. I did not expect that much positivity, so it honestly, I don't even know what to say to stuff like that. I'm so awkward. I don't even, like, because thank you isn't even enough. If you were here, I would just hug you and like do your makeup for you and squee. Anyhow, I'm just too awkward to convey how thankful I am and how much gratitude I have for how great you all have been and how great you've been about my Lady of the Lake NYX Face Awards videos. So hopefully if you haven't seen that yet, you'll check it out. And again, thank you all for watching my videos. I will talk to you next time. Bye.